From RTV6, this is Friday Football Frenzy.
Yes, it is. Let's start on the west side tonight. Opening round of the 6A sectionals. Ben Davis hosting #1 Warren Central. Opening play. Short kick here by the Giants. Zach Cox recovered by Delbert Mims. What a play to start the game for the reigning 6A champs. It led to a field goal. Isaac Torres. So the Giants with a 3-0 lead, but it didn't last, though. Ensuing possession. Oh, yeah. Romeo Elliott for Warren Central doing what he does best. Warriors go on to win it 49-28. They'll face Lawrence Central in next Friday's sectional championship. Hey, good evening, everybody. Dry off, ready to go here. Welcome to Week 11 of Friday Football Frenzy. Sectional semifinals, as mentioned tonight. The road to Lucas Oil Stadium continues, and some good matchups along the way, including some undefeated teams putting it on the line against some of their toughest competition of the season. In a related story, Brad Brown is back from Boone County with the Merv Griffin collection, I believe. He's got two really good ones tonight. Hey, Brad.
I paid for this, Jack. It's not even a rental. I own this.
Somebody paid you for that.
Well,
yeah.
Perhaps. Good evening, everyone. New Palestine has been on a record-level scoring pace this season. More than 65 per game. They got the bye in sectional 12. The rain slowed down the numbers on the scoreboard a bit tonight, but the Dragons just keep on rolling. The fans at Zionsville had the right idea tonight. The tailgate tents in the stands. With a steady drizzle all night there, the weather affected the early action. New Pal's first drive, Riker Large gets hit, fumbles. Zionsville's Jacob Naspinski there to recover that fumble, but the Eagles would give it right back a few plays later. Pass over the middle, Brody Luker with the INT. So pretty much kind of cancels each other out. New Pal was back in business, and they got Charlie Spiegel keep running the ball. The kid's just been a machine this season. His first score of the night, he would add another in the first half as the Dragons would build a 2-score lead. Keep it going in the air as well. Not a lot of this tonight, but just enough. Zach Neely down the field. Blake Austin, the 40-yard gainer. Not the blowout that it could have been. Zionsville stayed in it, but 29-17. New Pal gets it done. They improved to 10-0. It stopped raining by the time I got to Western Boone, but the problem is, I guess, they got a grass field there. So the MVPs this weekend will be anyone doing football laundry. Webo beat Tipton 2 weeks ago. The rematch tonight. Big play in the third. Spencer Wright to Lucas Kernodle. Touchdown. Stars, the PAT gave them an 8-point lead. To the fourth quarter, Tipton trying to get back in it. KJ Rodebush, the QB's also the punter. They go for the fake on fourth down, but Western Boone's defense takes care of that right there. Patrick Schallenberger with the pressure, and they would seal it up with this score right to Logan Benson, the 26-yard touchdown. Western Boone 28-20. They're 11-0 for the first time since they went to state 20 years ago. Webo gets North Putnam next Friday in the sectional finals, while New Pal will take on Anderson. Back to Dave.
3A sectional 26 tonight. Guerin hosting 6th-ranked Rebuff. Guerin in the dark unis. Here you go. Charles Bach up the gut. They gave it to him. Guerin with a 10-0 lead in this game. 6th-ranked Rebuff didn't take the lead, though, until late in the fourth. Caleb Ellison avoids being sacked a couple of times, heaves it to the end zone. You don't see it. Trust me on this. Michael Bales, 26-yard touchdown. Guerin advances 20-10. They get Blackford next week in the sectional championship. Well, two teams looking for repeat sectional championships in Johnson County tonight, and two teams looking to end a drought as well. The makings for a perfect Week 11 edition of Dave's Home Video.
Well, after a week off, the tourney trail begins in 6A. Center Grove hosting Columbus North. And I tell you what, the Trojans, they know a thing or two about winning sectional championships. How about 7 in a row? Heck, they've won 16 straight sectional games in a row. Just hoping for number 17 under some very rainy conditions here tonight.
Oh, it was great to have Tim Blass on during the news at 6. 19th season as the head coach at Columbus North, but they've lost 6 straight to Center Grove in the postseason, and it looked like a week off did the Trojans some good. CG in red marched right down the field. Carson Steele, 4-yard touchdown. Trojans up 7-0. Ensuing drive for Columbus North. Trenton Kelly rolls out, picked off by Lucas Rowling. Johnny on the spot. Center Grove overcomes a couple of penalties on this drive, puts 7 more on the board. How about Brian Gaffney, the lineman sticking it in. 7-yard score. Just the start for Center Grove. They win tonight 42-0. Advance to play at Franklin Central next week. FC beat Jeffersonville 42-3 tonight.
Meanwhile at Greenwood, the Woodmen faithful sectional semi last year, won by Greenwood 50-6.
I like the hoodie, by the way. Here we go. What a past 11 months from Mike Kirschner, Ben Davis title last year, doing a great job at Mount Vernon. Greenwood, though, Dark Unis really controlled the game, but couldn't convert it into points. Luke Hommel picked by Rylan Cole. Remember that name, Rylan Cole. Meanwhile, back at it, Mount Vernon Jr. Sean Shipley fires at the Braxton Tutipo, but he's hit by Joe Bassler. Just for the half, then back to Greenwood. Hommel rolls out, tries to get it to Luke Raker, but guess what? There's Cole again. Watch him go. Got a couple blockers. Rylan Cole goes 89 yards for the touchdown and just, hey, get out of my shot. I'm trying to get a shot at the touch to get it. Will you move down in front? Not enough for Mount Vernon. Greenwood advances again, 14-7. They'll get a rematch with Mooresville, who beat Richmond 48-21. It's a fun night, wrapping up Dave's home video tonight. This is not the season for good weather on Friday nights, and it has several effects. One school told me they're down $20,000 from a year ago just because of the low attendance due to all the weather. And oh yeah, it cost us some flylights tonight, grounded because of the rain. So photographer Tony Grant tonight making the Hendricks County swing force. Brownsburg hosting 7-2 Southport tonight. Southport in white and in trouble. That's Lawson Aiken, who sacks Eddie Schott. Schott really one of the premier passers in the state, but he's handcuffed tonight. Brownsburg letting loose Ben Easters. To the northwestern bound Bryce Kurtz. What a throw, what a catch. Bulldogs win 42-20. Now 10-0. They'll face arch rival Avon for the sectional title. Avon beat Perry tonight for 42-7. Carmel opening the sectional up against Westfield. Here we go. Zach White midway through the first. 7 yards out. Carmel already up 14-0 at the start, and adding to it in the second. Back to White. Huge hole up front. Then breaks the tackle, tiptoes down the sideline. 39-yard score. Third-ranked Carmel advances 28-7. They're now 8-2. They get Lafayette Jeff next week in the sectional final. Hey, finally, 3A sectional 30. Tri-West hosting Danville. A rematch of a game played back in week 5, won by Danville. Warriors in white. Read option for Ben Slayton. Keeps it, scores. But that's Danville's only score of the game. Tri-West here on defense. Slayton back to pass, balls tip. Corbin Catt brings it in. Bruin ball at that point, and here we go. Luke Robertson finds Sam Fulton in stride. Tri-West wins the rematch 29-7 as they improve to 7-4. Now, as for who Tri-West will play next, Dave Marin was there. Monrovia hosting Sullivan, a Friday football frenzy.
Out to Bulldog country to see if Monrovia could give the Sullivan Golden Arrows a game. 14-7 Sullivan when Corbin Paget breaks one for 70 yards right down the sidelines, only to have a call back for holding. After that, the team seemed to lose their edge. Sullivan's Jack Connor on 4th and 10 finds Carter Vernelson for the first down. Next play, Jacob Skinner moves him to the goal line. Then Connor finds Kyle Vernelson for the touchdown. Late in the fourth down for the Bulldogs, but Sullivan D steps up big and takes over on downs. Then on offense, Jake Skinner again. The big gain here, he finds the end zone. And Sullivan would go on to beat Monrovia 27-7. Dave Marin, Friday Football Frenzy.
There I am. Hey, two more. Cathedral, Ron Colley at Tech. Rafael Sanchez getting in there for us. Cathedral QB Orrin Edwards with the touchdown. A dominating performance for the Irish again tonight, 30-10, as Cathedral picks up their 6th win of the season. Now, the other half of this 5A bracket had second-ranked Decatur Central hosting Tech. That's because that other game was at Tech. Tech back to punt, but knee down in the end zone. Didn't look like it, but the officials say it's a safety. So 2 more points for Decatur Central, tacked onto a 14-0 lead. They keep going from there. Kenny Tracy runs this one in. DC 49-14. They'll host Cathedral next Friday. Sectional championships next week. Should be some good games around the area. Dave's back with IU football and more when the news at 11 continues.